A new Ninth Age battle between Sauran Ancients and Sylvan elves. This is the chocolate objective which the Sylvan elves will try to capture, to be king of the hill. Now this apple is the objective for the Sauran Ancients. The forest is what they'll have to take from the Sylvan elves. The Sauran Ancients started by dropping Skinks and then a Salamander. The Sylvan elves then, as seconds, dropped 2 units of Kestrels, and this is the battlefield. Don't mind the cups. Yeah. The Soros block comes out and is then countered by the Forest Rangers, and then the Sauran Ancients drop everything in their 4th drop of counterthrust. The Sylvan Elves dropped out a broad line to counter the very compact line of the Sauran Ancients, who had Pyromancy and the hereditary spell on the Slan. We use this Stegodon as an alpha Carnosaur.
Så det ganske en fin.
Vanguards on the flank.
De har distracting, men hvis de går bak muren og blir charged, så får de distracting.
Vanguards on the other flank. So there's a heavy positioning battle going on.
Ja, ingen charges.
Saurus Ancient turn 1.
Men de kan flytte seg 6.
No charges. The magic missile from the Slan, just a pyroclastic flow, and the weapon beast together pretty equally decimated the forest ranger unit, doing 15 wounds. That was pretty much the Sauran Ancient turn 1. They have some heavy hitters.
But, okay.
The Sylvan Elves flew up to shoot the weapon beasts, only doing 1 wound, including the breath weapon of the dragon. So they're pretty tough. The Wild Huntsmen managed a good move on the flank, not being visible within the line of sight of the Sauruses. Summer's Growth did not go off with 4 dice. Oaken Throne was dispelled, but the Forest Rangers have Stone Skin cast on them, so they have a toughness of 5. And the forest was moved up with Tree Singing. So the Sylvan Elf player is happy. The Shapeshifter killed only 3 Skinks, and they were steadfast, reformed, so that the Croxigors can come in the next round. Round 2 for Sauran Ancient next. In the 2nd round of the Sauran Ancients, guess what this leadership was for? It was the Shapeshifter losing a combat and losing 2 wounds against Croxigors charging in his flank. He killed 1 Croxigor and did 1 extra wound to them as they came on assault. But he lost the combat and 2 wounds. Let's see. On the other side here. The Sauran Ancients are under more pressure here. They turned to have a front facing towards the Wild Huntsman. They did not charge these precious guys. I meant to say another word.
Forest guards.
Precipice or something. When you're on a precipice. Precipitous. It's not precipitation, it's precipitous. They were in a precipitous position. I'll look it up later. Okay, and is it in? The charge on the dragon, is it within 18 or not?
Just outside, I think.
I say it's not.
Oh, it's just outside. Well, we were at least professional about it. The mage on a dragon healed the Shapeshifter with Stormskin and the attribute, giving him 1 wound left. The Kestrel charged the weapon beast here. Some reforms and 3 charges on the big Soros block for 800 points. Everything is in there with lances. The 2 ambushers come in and only shoot 1 wound off the weapon beast, so its ripe target is right here. There'll be many hits, D3 for up to 4 ranks beyond the first, and they've already been decimated by the weapon beast. Ouch. Combat, Sylvan Elf turn 2. The Sylvan Elves moved up with their Glade Riders there. The dragon repositioned itself to heal the Shapeshifter, but the Shapeshifter lost the healed wound right afterwards in combat with the Caimans. He still has Stone Skin though. The Kestrel killed the weapon beast outright. The other weapon beast, however, survived 10 arrows from the ambushing heath riders in the central combat right there. 21 Sauruses fell to the charge, but they stood on steadfast, and they killed 4 wild huntsmen from one unit and 2 from another. So they're still steadfast there, and now it's their turn, the Sauran Ancient turn, with a shapeshifter on 1 wound and another unit which is steadfast and pretty steady against the enemy when they have used up their lances. The battle is still open, and it depends on the maneuvers of the Saurans now. In their turn 2. In their turn 2. No, it's Sauran Ancient turn 3. On their round 3, the shapeshifter doesn't lose his last wound. He kills another Crocodile. He still stands. It's a bad job by the surrounding lizardmen, good job by the shapeshifter. Opposite on the other side here. The Sauruses kill off the 4 remaining wild huntsmen. They only lose 4 Sauruses and turn around to face the Kestrels. A draw in the battle. Now the weapon beast is the sleazy hero of this round. It shot down flames and gall onto the forest rangers, killing 7 of them. Now they're luckily fearless, so they still stand there. And we'll see how that goes into Sylvan Elf turn 3. It's a compact battle here. The 2 big power units on the lizardman side are still alive. It'll just depend on what happens to it the coming round here. And who takes the initiative. Well, usually we finish our games in a couple of rounds mostly, so there'll be initiative here. In this round, the dragon charged into the skinks. Together with the shapeshifter, they combo attacked the skinks and killed all 13 skinks, or all 12. So the Crocodiles auto-broke. This Kestrel chaffed the Alpha Carnosaur. The 2 forest rangers charged the rear of the Saurus warriors and got Summer's Growth after Oakenthrone cast on them, so they pretty much have the Sauruses. These 2 units of heath riders did not manage to shoot down the weapon beast, so it would have a ripe target in these. But since it's a beginning match for the Sauran Ancient Warrior, we'll just cap it right there. It looks like there are few options left for the Saurus, and not much learning left to do. We'll have to reset the match. Before this round, it was pretty open. And the weapon beast certainly did multiple times pull their own weight multiple times in this battle. Otherwise we find it hard to maneuver around the big Saurus blocks to good effect. That's a challenge for the Sauruses. But they're also very hard to take down, of course. They did survive the first onslaught and could have gotten well out of that situation. But the Sauruses seem cumbersome but powerful. So it's sure a learning experience to be able to fathom their potential and do well with them. We'll find out into the future. And congratulations to the new player on 2 victories this weekend.